for the Yankees, and the Blue Jays took it to them. This was a very close game. I'm joined by my good friend Rocky Adams of the Blue Jays Avenue podcast and Twisted Sports app. So, Rocky, what's up? Thanks for checking back in. I know you got to be pretty thrilled with what you saw on the field today.
I appreciate you inviting me once again. And looking at this game, I thought that it was going to be a close matchup. I thought till the very fifth inning, and then shocking.
Well, it was for a
That's what
while.
I'm saying. Yeah, and give credit to John Schneider for picking the button. And I told people that the Jays bullpen is really stacked. Like people don't realize that.
You did tell me
Yeah,
this. You
and
did.
people think, yeah. And look, I know it's a 5 game series. There's a lot of baseball to go. I don't think it's gonna be close to being done. But give the credit of pulling Gosman when Stanton was up to bat, and Louis Varland was one of the most shock trades for the Blue Jays, in my opinion, with that many years of control for Minnesota, who's on the cusp of a
Bro,
rebuild.
hold on a minute. What the hell is Minnesota doing? I told my friend the same thing. They are a dumpster fire. How do you trade a guy with that much years of control? It doesn't even make
So,
sense. Like, I don't even
so,
understand why they did it still.
so Louis Varland was called up last year as a starting pitcher, and he didn't pitch all that good. So they converted him into a reliever. I think his brother Gus Varland also
Okay.
pitched as well, but I think he's the better pitcher. But the guy has starting stuff, but as a reliever, you saw what he did today. Like he throws gas. He has a knuckle curve.
Yeah.
He has a changeup.
Through
Yeah,
101.
he has a 95-mile-hour change. I've been telling people this, and people need to realize that when it comes to the playoffs, it always comes down to pitching, no matter what the score is. You could have the greatest offense in the world, but it's executing the right pitches at the right time and managing the right game. And give credit to John Schneider. He did that today. And he had those issues in
He
over the
did.
years. So and you know what? I'll say this quick. This is the first playoff win for the Blue Jays since 2016. It's been a long
That
time.
is deep.
Nine years.
That's a while,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So
But
go ahead.
I don't think all hope is lost for the Yankees, though. I'm going to be the voice of
No.
reason and try to lift the spirits up of Yankees Nation
Yeah.
because here's the situation. I think I kind of told you before this game, I didn't expect to win. I told a bunch of people I was not expecting them to win today, really. It's frustrating because you look at what took place in the sixth inning with Judge whiffing and then Stanton whiffing, and Judge swings at ball four, which makes it worse. Bellinger works the walk, the only run they get. And Judge has to wake up in the big moments. Like someone was like, he has an OPS of 900 still. I don't really care because he blew it in the biggest spot. He's hitting singles. Like, okay, he's getting hits, but like they need extra bases, they need bombs. He's not doing that, and he needs to come up with runners in scoring position in big moments, not just RBI singles. And he's not doing it still. I know it's only been 4 games. He was pretty good against Boston, I guess, all things considered. Today he was not. I know he had, I think, 2 hits maybe, but they were empty ones. Again, like you look at that, it's a lot of. Judge is a great player. He's a Hall of Famer, generational, might win the MVP again. But like he's not going to get done in October, and that's going to put a stain on his legacy if he just continues to fall up short like this. And it's still the biggest issue the Yankees have because they go as he goes, and when he doesn't go well, they had Juan Soto last year. Guess what? Soto's not here anymore. He's home in Queens and actually probably in the Dominican Republic. But anyway, um, he um, he was a big help last year. He took a lot of weight off Judge's shoulders, and Stanton is great, but he's not Soto,
Yeah, and the thing is that
especially this
right,
postseason.
right, and
Apparently,
the thing is that, and I was telling people this. Yeah, Judge does pitch well against, plays well against the Blue Jays during the regular season. Playoffs is a different animal, and the guy that worries me a lot more is Stan because he has a better track record. Again in the playoffs, you've seen what he's done throughout the years. He's a big playoff performer, but I mean,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah. And the thing is that, like you said, like people were talking about Vlad today, and he showed up today. He 3 for 4. He had a home run. I think he had two
Yeah,
hits.
he
So
did. He
so
really
so
he
the
did.
this is to me is like when you want to win, and sure, the role players do have to play a big role. Like Grisham has to step up. Bellinger has to step up.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
it's a collective effort at the end of the day. Like that's why I said like Yankees might have the bigger names, but I think the Jays have a bigger,
They do,
but the
but
Jays have a better balance of a lineup. Like Jimenez coming from Cleveland, winning division.
yes, yeah,
Santander
that's
got a big
fair.
hit. They won the divisions, been the playoffs. Playoff experience is a big deal. The Jays have that now, so we'll see how this goes. But I mean, it's all about balance. Like you cannot live and die by the home run. But and the thing is, the other problem the Yankees had how do they have to re-justify with the runners in scoring position? That's been their issue throughout the way, and they need
in the
to.
postseason. I will
Yeah.
tell you. Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
No. You're fine. No, I'll just say I want to ask you this. This is directly to you because they do. I think
Go
they
ahead.
do led the league in home
Wait,
runs and
why is
RBIs.
wrong
Right,
caption?
right. And what was the issue?
There we
Not
go.
getting the runners in scoring position. Do you think Aaron Boone needs to like shake up the lineup for tomorrow?
I don't know because I mean, look, they did beat the Red Sox out hitting a lot of homers, so I think that's positive. Like Ben Rice was the only bomb, I think, and they still won that series. So they did show they could win a little bit without it. But yeah, in moments like today, you were kind of looking for that long ball to break it open. It didn't happen. There are a lot of situations where they struggle if they don't get it. You are correct. I think they do have more speed. They're more athletic than they were last year. Their defense is better, but their lineups, I just don't know if it's quite as good. Although you tell me you think about this. So there's no Verdugo, there's no Rizzo, and that's a big plus, obviously. Like, whatever you put ahead of them is way better than what they had. But is that enough to balance the loss of Soto? I'm not sure. And we'll find out, I guess, over these next couple days. I don't know if I would shake the lineup because I'm not really sure what they would change because tomorrow is going to be a Savage, and they're going to want to keep the same lineup, I would imagine. You're not going to put in Goldschmidt. I think Rice, he had an awful game, but you're not going to give up on him after what he did against the Red Sox. Chisholm's not. I mean, I don't even know who would you even bench? I don't even know. Like, I mean, you're talking about order, maybe. Like, I'm not really sure.
Well, the thing is that I think it's just that you want to go maybe righty lefty. That's my option. Does caveat
Okay,
because
that's not
tomorrow it's
bad.
you're Savage. Like, so the thing about your Savage is that his split pitch is his go-to, and he does fast throws the changeup and
Of
fastball.
course.
But that splitter is devastating. I think he strikes out like. His whip
Yeah.
is 52.7. That's the challenge. I'm curious to see what the Yankees do because it seems like today with
Yeah.
Gosman,
Like, I haven't seen him
yeah,
yet.
yeah, that's the challenge. I'm curious to see what the Yankees are going to do because I don't know if anybody faced you Savage from the minors that's on the current
I
roster.
don't
Current roster.
think
Yeah,
so because it happened so quick, his call up, and all these guys have been up there for the most part in the regular lineup. I don't think any of these guys have seen Trey. Max Fried, I know he had an awful start against Toronto when he was going through his blister issues or whatever in Canada. I think he bounced back against them at home. I have to see how he did against them. I'll look that up right now. But I really think Savage is a very big challenge. But do you think that the lights might be too bright for him? How do you think his demeanor is going to be? Because he's never had a
I don't.
situation like this before. He went to East Carolina, like
Right.
that's not a big school. Like I'm just curious what you think. He's never had a game of this magnitude before. You saw what Cam Schwitzer did. He took it and ran with
Yep.
it. Early was okay. The Red Sox kind of screwed him over. So I'm curious to see how you think he's going to handle tomorrow.
I don't think he's phased in these situations because he did pitch 3 games. He faced Tampa twice, once on the road and once
That's
at home,
true.
and he's shown it. The guy's a college pitcher. I mean, he was probably the most ready pitcher after Chase Burns in last year's draft,
I
and he's
agree with you, and I
yeah,
told you that as well.
right, and putting him in that spot, that's how much confidence this front office has with Trey Savage, and he's going to be in the rotation next year, and he's going to be a Rookie of the Year candidate.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
so
Yeah,
so I'm
100%.
just like
100%.
Schlittler. I mean, Schlittler did what he had to, and some of these guys don't know that feeling. And I think I told you this. I saw more pitching tomorrow than in Game 3 because he's never been in that kind of hostile environment. That's why they put Shane Bieber in Game 3, which
Yeah, it makes
yeah,
sense. I agree.
yeah. So
So Max Fried is 2-1 with a 4.7, 12 Ks and 4 appearances. He hasn't gotten a lot of strikeouts against the Blue Jays. That might be an issue tomorrow. But does he figure out a way to get Ks? Because the Blue Jays are tough to strike out. Like you were saying, his first start against them was great. His last one was pretty good, 7 innings, 3 runs. His other 2 were not too great. So it will be interesting. I think he's in a great spot. He pitched fantastic last game. Back against the wall again, just like he was last time. So I think he's going to be fine tomorrow. You just wonder about the Ks, the pitch grinding. Can he go 7? Can Boone push him more? I thought he was pulled too early last time, and that hurt them. So what were you on before?
so so with Max Fried, he needs to pitch. This is probably the biggest game of the year for him by far. Like this is the most important, crucial game because
100%.
you can't go down 2-0 because if he starts getting to a point that he gets like exposed, then that's going to hurt the Yankees throughout the series. And with him, he needs to be effective. And like you said, I think the Jays and the Milwaukee Brewers are very similar. They are the toughest teams to strike
Yeah,
out. They are paid. Look at Fernando Cruz. He was one of
yeah,
your look what they did with that adjustment. They laid away and he got and now it's the book is out there. And the thing is, I didn't understand
yeah.
why
That's fair.
Boone had to do that. And I get throwing Paul Blackburn, but he should not be in the roster. And I talked to Yankees fans, and they're like, "Oh, they should use Paul Blackburn." Paul Blackburn got cut by the Mets from David Stearns for a reason. Like he's
Yeah, no, no,
not
no, no,
in.
no. Look, I don't care. I don't care how they used him today because they were
Yeah,
already
yeah,
that game
right.
was
He's a
lost.
write-off.
Let
Okay.
him pitch, burn him. Don't waste anyone else. Let him wear it. That's fine. No, but don't put him in instead of like okay. So here's no. Don't put him in a high leverage spot. You got to be out of your mind
No,
when
no,
you're
of course,
suggesting that.
right.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
insane.
yeah.
That is insane. So I don't know. Why did they not take Leiter Jr. instead of him? That's interesting. Leiter Jr. is kind of falling off a little bit. So there must be some stuff going on there. He didn't end the season too well. Blackburn, yeah, I mean, he's really a mop-up guy. I'm kind of surprised we didn't see Warren today. I thought
Yeah.
Warren would come in because Hill didn't go that long.
Yeah.
So I'm curious why they could have used Will in a spot, maybe, I thought. But here's the thing, and it's the same thing that happened in game one. Luke Weaver is an abomination right now. And Luke Weaver also costed the Yankees a division because you remember that game in Toronto, that series, he got lit up and that changed the tide of one of the games the Blue Jays won. Luke Weaver is not it right now. I don't know what's going on. He's been hurt. He doesn't have his stuff. He has no command. He has no conviction, no confidence. He's not throwing anything strikes. He's behind every hitter he faces. 6 of 6 batters have reached. I cannot see him again in another high leverage spot. If I do, they're not serious about winning the series. He cannot be in any high leverage situation for a while.
So right before he was injured, if you remember this, I think in the middle of the summer, he had that hand.
He was playing
Yeah,
well.
and I think that they rushed him too soon because they knew.
They definitely
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Because his timeline all of a sudden got quicker when it was supposed
Right.
to be longer. I don't know why they didn't just wait longer. Like, they were still going to make the playoffs even if they win the division. So, like, I thought that was ill-advised. I don't know what's going to happen with him. He could walk at the end of the year as far as I'm concerned right
Yeah.
now. I would have, like, I didn't want to burn the high arms today because I didn't really think the Yankees were going to win. I even put out a tweet. I was like, Hill's going to get pulled early. Don't use the high arms early. They didn't. They waited. But why was Luke Weaver the guy in a one-run game when he's been one of the worst pitchers in the roster right now? He's probably worse than Blackburn almost. Him and Blackburn are the worst pitchers on the roster right now. So I don't know, man. Like, that was a stupid decision, and that was really ill-advised.
Yeah, I just don't understand.
He was
Yeah,
awful from the jump, and as soon as he gave up 2 runners, Smoltz was like, "They can't wait for 3 batters to get him out of there." Now, why is he in if you want to have to wait for 3 to get him out? He should not have been in if that's like what it was gonna be. Like, he's been bad. Like, he was a great Yankee. He was huge for them last year. He was great for them for a while this year. So I don't want to disrespect what he's done, but right now, in the severity of this situation, he cannot be in there when the game's on the line. It just can't happen anymore.
No, and the thing is, like you said, remember I was telling you that they rushed him. They gave him a PRP shot to rush him because
Yes, they did
and
rush
that
him,
was
100%.
and they brought him back during the Jays series, and he wasn't effective. There are moments he has played well, but he's been struggling. So I don't know what other options they had, whether it's in the minors or the majors at this moment. Like, could they have brought Elmer? Like in a situation, just put someone on the IL.
I don't know because he didn't end the year well at AAA.
Right,
His last
okay.
start was kind of rough, and he's never pitched this many innings before. So, like, I don't know if it was fair to put him in that situation. I kind of thought about it. I think we entertained that idea.
Yeah.
I definitely did think about it. I'm not gonna lie. It made some. I see what you're going for. Like, it's not the worst idea in the world.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if it was the right situation for him to rush his development and jump him up to the majors when he ain't really do much in AAA. And Christopher Sanchez is cooking the Dodgers, by the way. He has like 7 strikeouts on a side note.
Yeah.
The Phillies might win that game. JT had a big triple. So I think the Phillies are winning that series.
agree
I
with
think
you.
you agree with
Yeah,
me. We
I
talked
agree.
about this. I think the Phillies are going to get the upset.
No, I agree.
And we were right about the Brewers. The Brewers mopped the Cubs up. They might sweep the Cubs, honestly. That was embarrassing.
The Brewers to me have the best pitching right now out of all the teams available in the playoffs. They
You
are
think so?
loaded, absolutely. And the reason
Well, the Mariners losing Brian Wu kind of hurts
that-
that,
that-
a little
that-
bit. I would have
that
said Mariners
hurts,
if
but-
Wu was pitching, maybe.
see, this is the thing about Seattle, and I do get
The
that-
Phillies are still good too,
Yes,
though. The Phillies
yes,
staff
the
is
Jays,
really good.
The Jays bullpen is really good too, but I think it's still the Brewers.
Dodgers are still good with rotation.
Yeah,
but their
I mean
bullpen's not that
Otani,
great.
you can't you can't let Otani put himself in that. I think they rushed him too, and I get what they're doing because
I don't know. Otani's actually been good. I don't have an issue with Otani.
no,
I mean, the
I
Phillies are good. I mean, he's only given up 3
right.
runs.
And it just shows you that so all the home teams that have the bye weeks is showing you why now the bye week is so important. The Jays have that issue when they were in a wild card team a few years ago and they
I
couldn't.
remember.
And
I
then
do
look at the
remember
Milwaukee
this.
Brewers, same thing. They couldn't win, and I think they have a good shot now.
We'll
And
see what
Philadelphia has
Seattle
it.
does tonight. It might
Yeah,
be all. It might be all buys tonight. We'll see. I mean, I'm interested to see what happens with that Mariners Tigers series. I think
sure.
the Tigers have life after what I saw in Game 3, and the fact that Wu isn't pitching is huge for them. That kind of puts some pitching matchups in their favor. We won't do this long because it's really about Yankees Blue
Yeah,
Jays,
yeah.
but
But I'll
I
say
want to
something
hear
quick.
what you think. So
Let me say something
go
quick
ahead.
about it. To me, Seattle has to win that game, and why is because look,
Tonight they need to win because Bo Melton's
right,
pitching, so they can't
Troy
lose
Mel, and
that
also
game.
you got Scooble in game 2. So that's the pitcher you're gonna face. And the thing is, like, you could talk about the regular season. That's completely out the door. This is a whole new season now. There's a whole new series. There's a whole new
Yeah, I
matchup.
know they beat him twice, but that doesn't
Right.
really bother me. Yeah,
Yeah.
Scooble's gonna figure it out.
No,
He always does. So
I mean,
like,
he did that
I
with
think
Cleveland.
yeah,
He did that last year. He got
that's
exposed, and
true.
this year he faced up 14 strikeouts. That to me shows me he's here. So
Yeah.
they have to win tonight, Seattle, or they might be in trouble.
He's always been here.
Yeah, yeah.
He never left, brother. He's a back-to-back Cy
No, no,
Young for a
I
reason.
get that.
But I
Yeah.
know the ball never left the infield. He gave up 4 runs on the ball, giving up the infield. It's like guards
Right.
ball at its finest there. Like, and then the thing last year with Lane Thomas, there was like some errors that led to that. So he
Yeah.
was definitely got his validation
true.
with the Guardians after how they ended the year last year. So I'll talk about that series quick since I'm out here. I might as well. The Tigers, like, I think they lose tonight. I think they'll win tomorrow. And then we'll get at least a game 4 here. Now, here's where things get interesting. Game 3, I think, is advantage Mariners because it's Gilbert versus Mize. I think that really favors the Mariners by a little bit because Gilbert pitches well at Comerica. And I think game 4, now since Brian Wu isn't pitching, I think that's advantage Tigers because Jack Flaherty looked pretty decent last time, and the Mariners are going to have to do like a bullpen arm or something. I don't think they have the balls to throw Bryce Miller. That would be stupid. If they pitch Bryce Miller, they might as well just hand the Tigers the win.
Yeah, and I get that because the thing is, like, you have to look at it this way. This is Dan Wilson's first ever playoff series as a manager with the Mariners. Too.
That's
So
true.
I want to see how.
Hinch has the
Yeah,
experience.
he's been as a player. I've watched him as a player with the Griffey times, the Jay Buhner. But like now he's a manager.
Interesting,
Now
okay.
he's going to have a better idea. Like their bullpen has it. Like the only thing about the Tigers is don't get to Munoz. If he can steal a win, if they can find a way to steal a win against the Mariners, there's a chance Detroit can win this series. It just comes out in execution.
If the Tigers win tonight, I think they will, because then you have Schoolbowl game 2, and the Mariners might be staring down 0-2 in the face.
Yeah.
If the Tigers win tonight, they have a really good chance. There's no Brian Wu. You're going to get Schoolbowl potentially 2 more times with 1 win banked. I mean, that sounds like a Tigers win to me, honestly. This game is crucial for the Mariners. And I felt the same way about the Blue Jays, because I felt like if you guys lost game 1, you would have been in a bad spot, because you would have been facing Fried. Pitching is not as strong after Gausman, so I think you might have agreed I thought it was vital for Toronto to win, especially at home. I felt like the Yankees could stomach the loss, but again, if they lose tomorrow, then that's all out the window. I'm expecting a win tomorrow, so if they win tomorrow, no harm, no foul. You go back to New York
Right.
1-1.
I think I didn't look at if the Jays lost this game, I wouldn't think the series would be done because, like I said, like with Trey Savage, the book is not out there. I want to see how the Yankees will approach him. And
I know, I am worried about that, but here's
Yeah.
the thing about that. Do you think the Yankees actually have an advantage because Gausman just threw the split, so now like they're more in tune with the split because they know that Gausman just did it, so now it's another split pitcher?
well, his delivery
It's different. I
It's
know it's
completely
different.
different, and it's hard to pick it up. Apparently, it's actually like even the scout campaign.
I gotta look at his extension on Baseball
yeah,
Savant. I'll tell you if I can
There's
find it. I'll let you know.
there's no mark on it, so they don't know what he is because like they have three pitches. Right?
Here's
So,
the thing,
change
yeah.
up, fastball. He throws 96,
I'm trying to
97,
s-
right?
s-
So
s-
and he's fresh. Yeah.
No, I know Trey. I
Yeah.
covered Trey. I didn't actually see him live, unfortunately, but I watched him extensively because I was doing my college work last year, and he was the guy that popped out to me. I met a guy from East Carolina that said a lot of good things about Trey as well. Do they have his stuff out yet? I'm looking. Has he thrown enough? Let's see. Oh, its extension's not as good as I thought, actually. It's in the 33 percentile, but whatever. Fastball slider split, yeah. The split's his bread and butter, obviously, but it's only 26% of the time, but that's his best pitch. The fastball, like you said, 95, 97, yeah. Slide, how do you feel about the slide piece?
Yeah,
You
I
think his
think his
slider's
stuff is
working
good.
well,
I
or like
think
how
his
do you feel
stuff is
about
great.
that?
It's just that he just needs to execute. It's
Okay.
all depend on what Kirk is going to tell him what to do. And Pete Walker's one of the best pitching coaches
Yeah.
in baseball. He's fixed pitchers. He's experienced young pitchers. You look at the comfortability, like pitchers would love to work with Pete Walker. He's a big part of this franchise. He's been there for 13, 14 years now. So that's the ultimate. If
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't know what this game is going to be because the Jays have seen Freed numerous times already, right in the LEs. Yeah,
Yeah, I went
yeah.
through his splits. Like, there's been highs, there's been lows. But Max is going to
Max
be,
have to
if he
pitch
pitches
well.
like he did
No
against
excuse,
Boston,
right?
then
So, yeah,
if he pitches how he did against Boston, the Yankees should
right,
win tomorrow. That's how I feel.
right.
So
Well,
I think the Yankees should get a couple off your Savage. They might not light him up, but maybe like 2 or 3. If they jump him early, that could be a problem
yeah,
because things could spiral since he's never been in this situation before. So I would really be watching him the first couple innings to see if he settles in, and then the second time to see like if adjustments are made. So like if the Yankees can jump him in the first 2 innings, I would feel pretty good about them winning, especially if Fried was rolling. Maybe even first 3. I'll say first 3, but if you particularly get him in the first or second, the Yankees can be in a good spot. You know they're gonna have that urgency like they did against Boston down 0-1, and they have more margin here because it's a 5-game series instead of a 3-game. So I gotta tip my hat to Alejandro Kirk before we keep going, though. He's been so underrated. He's been so good. I know last year he had a down year. This year he's been on fire lately. He ended the season on a tear. He's hitting bombs left and right. He's controlling the pitching staff. He's leading the young guys. Like Alejandro Kirk's kind of like the glue. And then Vladdy woke up. John Smoltz, of course, had the perfect announcer's jinx. Oh, he hasn't hit a home run in a month. 1 minute later, see ya. And then Vladimir, and then he still owns the
yeah,
Yankees. Like that hasn't gone away either. He still owns the Yankees. So that's another issue for the Yankees. They can't get him out, and they haven't been able to since he's became a
right.
Blue Jay.
And with Alejandro Kirk, I'll say it. I think he's the second best catcher in baseball, the best two-way. I mean, he should win a Gold Glove this year.
Interesting.
Yeah, because the reason why is like the bat. He's an all-star this year. The bat plays. His defense is elite. I think Patrick Bailey had.
His
Yeah,
defense
like
is
I think
good,
the
yeah.
only other catcher that had better statistics as a defensive catcher is Patrick Bailey. I think he's the best defensive catcher in baseball. After that's Kirk, and then yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If we look,
Okay.
yeah, so
I mean, the Yankees' defensive catching is actually pretty good
right.
too. I like Austin Wells back there. I
No,
think
Wells
has
is
had a
good behind the
series
plate.
too.
I
Like, he's
agree.
starting to hit in
Yeah,
October. And he hit 108 miles an hour out. That ground ball, I didn't even realize at the time he smoked it. 108 miles an hour just right at the guy. The Blue Jays defense was good today too. You got guys diving out over the outfield. You have Vladdy turning too. Like Blue Jays were on point, and you told me about the defense, and we really saw it today. I mean, the Yankees hit a few balls hard off Gosman, but they just didn't gain any momentum. That 6th inning, that was their time, man. Like Gosman was surge mode. He had bases loaded, no outs. Like you can't only put up 1 in that spot and expect to win. I think that was the game for me, honestly. Once they didn't tie it up or take the lead, I felt like they were done.
right. And this
That was their opportunity. Like I did not expect them to win, but that was the chance to win the game. They had the window and it closed, and then their bullpen got decimated. So let's say they take the lead
yeah.
in that spot. I bet you don't see Luke Weaver if they had the
You see
lead.
Devin
I bet that
Williams,
it would have been a
maybe,
different.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that could have changed, but hats off to the Blue Jays. They handled their business. They beat up the Yankees bullpen. Luis Hill was not too good, and Boone had a quick hook. I get it because he wasn't great. Could you have gone a little more? Possibly, but Hill was in surge mode too. Tim Hill is
Hill's great.
fantastic. Hats off
Very
to Tim Hill.
underrated submarine
He
pitcher.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Like he is so
Yeah.
good, man. He is the best pitcher. He's the most underrated guy in the Yankees bullpen, hands down. It's not even close. And then I go back to that bull crap last year with the World Series, which I'm not gonna hang my hat on and like go because we just don't have the time for it. But like, you look at Tim Hill today, and you're just like, why? Like, why was that even a thought? Because a piece of paper said that Nestor can handle Freeman better or some bull crap like that. Like I don't know. It was so stupid, bro. Like that cost him the World Series too. And I'm not gonna go much into that again. Everyone knows what took place, but really ill-advised again. Like they make these decisions in the game, and I think I told you this thing that AJ Hinch said that stuck out to me. I'll say it again in case we have new people in here. AJ says the Tigers do map out plans and stuff, but he's willing to deviate if he needs to
Yeah.
deviate. I don't feel like the Yankees are willing to deviate half the time from their scripted plans that they make before the game. AJ is smart. He's won
Yeah.
championships. He follows stats and he's very analytical, but he knows baseball. He has his gut feel, and he's not going to just go with a script if it doesn't fit the flow of the
Right.
game.
And with Detroit, with this managing itself, they made it to the ALDS 2 years in a row. If they had a little bit more talented of a lineup, I think they could be a big problem for years. And they got more talent coming in their system. I think they're banking on that.
Yeah, I would have gave a shot on McConaughey.
Yeah, me
maybe.
too.
I was thinking
Me
of the
too.
Tigers trying to call him
Me
up to
too.
maybe get a spark. I thought about it. We did have this conversation. The Tigers needed a spark. They were floundering. Like I would have pulled the
Right.
trigger on that.
And the thing yeah.
But it worked. But they figured it out the last series, and we'll see what
Right.
they do tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing it, especially since I'm here. So I want to see what it's like out there. I'm probably gonna venture out, get some food, and like try to find a place
Yeah.
to watch the game. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the Tigers do. I'm impressed with their resiliency after how Cleveland was beaten up, how they were able to go off the mound when they needed to. But let's go back to Yankees Jays. We're gonna close down soon. When we look at the stuff with the Blue Jays, like their bullpen was fantastic today. Everyone was lights out basically. Louis Varland's a stud. Even Sir Anthony Dominguez was solid. Now let me ask you this: how do you feel about Jeff Hoffman in high leverage situations? Are you nervous he might blow one? Like, do you feel he's in a good spot right now? Like, if the game is tight, like tomorrow or Game 3, like, do you feel like the Yankees have a chance to get to him?
So the last few outings before the season was done, his velocity was down. His stuff was a tad bit down, and I think it's a lot to do with overusing him because they've used him for 3 consecutive games in certain.
Okay.
But after that 1 week,
Okay.
today was very encouraging. He threw 97. His stuff was working fine. I think they want to check out what his stuff, and I think if he pitches the way he pitched like today with his stuff, like the thing is like it can't be down. It has to be where it's at today. If it's like that, then I think that Hoffman will be just fine.
The only thing is, I'm gonna give you a grain of salt. It was such a low leverage
Right,
situation today that really might change. Like when the lights turn on, it's like a serious
Right.
situation. But if the stuff is there, the stuff is
Right.
there. It doesn't matter if it's high leverage
Right.
or low leverage. to your
That's the
point.
whole point.
So that's a good sign
Yeah.
for them.
And the thing is, like with him,
Yeah,
right,
that's fair. I respect
and
that.
the thing is, like with him, it's like he still got saves even though his stuff was down, and like that.
Oh yeah, they were
Yeah,
ugly
they were
saves.
ugly
There were
saves.
definitely a
Yeah,
couple
like
ugly ones.
like
Like,
it was
he held out for
nerve-wracking.
dear
Yeah,
life.
especially the 2 games
I mean,
against Tampa. The way he was like 94, 95. That's not him. He throws 97,
I
98.
know he's blown
Yeah.
10 too, which is a crazy amount. I think him and Tanner Scott are tied for the lead.
No,
I think, for blown
Brandon
saves,
Little
right?
leads the league in innings appearances. I think with 79 games or something like that. Yeah.
Oh no, I was talking about blown
Oh,
saves.
blown
I think
saves.
Hoffman
Yeah, I
and-
think those
and,
are the two. Yeah, okay.
Hoffman and Tanner Scott, I think both had 10 at the
Yeah.
top, so that might be an issue, but like we'll have to see what happens with that. I mean, Vladdy was good. For the Yankees, like let me try to think of like how the Yankees could win it tomorrow quick. So Ben Rice has to play better against Trey. I think Anthony Volpe, let's take Volpe some props actually.
Volpe's a good
very
he's a
underrated,
playoff
having
performer.
a very good postseason.
Yeah, Volpe's a playoff performer.
The playoff Volpe, we're here for it.
Let me say something quick about Volpe. This is a thing. I know that Yankees fans are very impatient about this kid. That there's some big shoes to fill at that shortstop, but he's shown up in the playoffs.
Yeah, and you know how
Yeah,
I
know.
feel.
And he's only 23, right? 23, 24, I believe. And he's
Yeah, he's still a baby, man.
You
Like
can't-
it's just like there's a lot of stuff. I just want to see more
Right.
consistent hitting. Like that's
Right,
all I'm
and-
looking for. I just want to see more consistent hitting.
if he can
That's it.
do, and they said he had like some sort of like shoulder tear, I believe. That's another.
Yes,
issue too.
yes. Let's talk about this. So, like, he had a shoulder injury. He was playing through it. They kind of dismissed it. They gave him a shot, and ever since they gave him a shot, he kind of looks better.
Yeah.
So there was definitely something to that. I want to say his throws were off when he was injured too. He's been playing good defense. His hitting today was very good. He almost had 2 homers. He hit the wall, and then that one he hit to right center was pretty deep off
Yeah.
Talisman as well. So I think he's in a good spot personally, and they need him to be. And Judge has to get going with power. Giancarlo's been so quiet. He really needs to wake up because if he doesn't play well, they're not doing anything either. I need to see more from Trent Grisham.
Yeah.
Cody Bellinger's been decent, but I want to see more pop from him. Jazz has been better of late. He had a few hits today. I think they robbed him once,
Yeah, Nathan
too.
Lucas.
Or maybe one hit, but he got robbed once. Yes,
Yeah.
he had one pretty solid hit. I think Chisholm's playing all right. I can see him being a factor tomorrow. Judge is always the guy. And then I'm trying to think what else before we go. I think I almost covered the whole field. I mean, McMahon even got
Yeah,
a hit.
McMahon got a
He's
hit.
been
Yeah.
very good defensively. The
Could
play
you
in the stand in the
so
dugout
so
was
what
fantastic.
intrigued me a little bit is what's that Escara is the backup catcher for Austin
Yes,
Wells. What were your thoughts about him
yes.
being the backup catcher?
I think it's warranted because we need defense late in big situations. There's going to be a time he's needed.
Yeah.
If like Wells has to get pinch ran for, and you want a good defense behind the plate, JC's just there for defense. He's not going to swing the bat unless it's an emergency, most likely. So he will come in late games in certain situations. I think he hasn't played yet. I don't think, but I thought it was smart because you know how I feel about Austin Slater. I thought it was a wasted move, and I don't think he needs to be on the roster. So you might as well have
Right.
better
No,
catching.
that's important. I think that's probably because you could even put Ben Rice, right?
That has to be the logic behind it. That has to be the because I don't want Ben Rice catching if I can
Okay.
avoid Ben Rice
Okay, that
catching.
makes
I'd much
sense.
rather have JC behind the plate. JC's a very good defender. Ben Rice is very shaky back there.
I'm intrigued to see what the lineup's going to be tomorrow for the first time facing your Savage. That's the one that's going to intrigue me. I think with Freed, it's going to be mostly right-handed.
Let me check it right now and tell you if I think they should change anything. Because you asked me, I didn't really have like a great answer. Let
Okay.
me just look again. And
Well,
tell you
it's
if
just
I would
something
do
to do with
anything
the runners
differently.
in scoring position. That needs to change. Like if you're gonna try to fix that, you
Yeah,
have to
they're
get
so
some.
bad at that.
Yeah.
You are right. The one time they came through was the game two against the Red Sox. They hit with runners in
Right.
scoring positions, and a little bit of game three. Okay, so Trent Grisham first. Yeah, I wouldn't talk. Would I change Trent? You know, who would I lead off if I changed Trent? So I lead. Who do I want to get going tomorrow
I
against the
put
Savage? I
Bellinger.
think it'd be
I
a
put
problem
Bellinger.
for
He
him.
takes more pitches.
I thought that's so funny. I literally had
I
the
would put
same
Bellinger
exact
because he
thought. You
take
know
he
what? Lead
takes
off
more
Bellinger, sure.
approach to the plate. Yeah.
Lead off Bellinger.
Yeah.
Why not? Sure, lead off Belly, Judge two still. Then you can put, I guess you could do Rice three or Jazz, maybe even Jazz three, because I like how Jazz is
Yeah.
playing right now. And then you could do Grisham like in the 5 to 6 range, maybe Stanton. Maybe move Stanton up to cleanup. Get Stanton in the 4 spot instead of the 5 spot. Like mix and match a little bit. Like you don't have to always go right, left, right, left. Well, they did go left, left with Jazz and McMahon at the bottom, and everything else was right, left, basically. Although actually Wells and Grisham's technically left, left at the bottom, so they could switch that a little bit. I would play McMahon again, most likely, because Rosario is really only good against lefties. Caballero, they also that was a strange situation with Caballero today, the pinch running there. I
Last
don't
minute,
understand. That was kind of weird.
pull
Like I
out
wasn't a
there
fan
too.
of
Yeah,
that.
that was kind of a little bit of a winger that Aaron Boone did in that last minute, but I think he should be.
Yeah, I don't really know
Yeah, I
about
don't know
that.
either, but I don't know if he plays much in this series the way the Jays are lining up. But
The
also,
way this series is scripted, it
yeah,
might not really be for him
yeah,
because there's no lefties really. Like he'll get his pinch running and late defensive replacements maybe, but give me your parting thoughts because I'm gonna get going and you can put your tags on
yeah,
and
yeah,
do mine
sure.
really
So
quick.
what? So my final thoughts about this is that I think this goes the distance. I've been saying this. I think.
Five
Yeah, I don't
games,
know who
yeah,
wins
I could
this.
see
The
it.
way I'm going to say this, I'm just going to be more humble. But
I said Yankees in five in the
yeah, but
beginning, but I'll stick with it because I did think they were gonna
yeah,
lose game one.
yeah,
But
I
go ahead.
think. I mean, I'm going to stick with my Jays, of course. That's my team, of course. So I think, yeah,
All right, go
I
ahead. Yeah, I mean we gotta be
right.
on the
I mean,
opposite
that's
side
fair.
here. It makes
I mean, it's
sense.
cool. But no. But the reason why I say is like, I mean, they've been the most like they haven't really gone through much slumps throughout the year, except the beginning of the year in late May.
Yeah, you guys have been so. Well, actually, the ends of the year where the Yankees almost ran them down was
Yeah,
kind of
I mean the
slumpy.
thing is like if the Jays have faced adversity and they're here. I mean they finally got a first playoff win in a while. So I mean let's see how this series goes.
Yeah, let me say this too while I'm here. All the Yankee fans saying the Blue Jays are frauds. They're not frauds. Like, cut it out. Like, I don't want to hear that anymore. Like, even radio hosts saying that. Like, the Blue Jays are not frauds. They beat the Yankees in the season series. They beat them today. Even if the Yankees win the series, does not mean the Blue Jays are
See,
frauds. Just because they haven't won a playoff game in a while does not mean the Blue Jays are frauds. Like, it's been sometimes you take a while to win playoff games. Like, it's a different season. It's a different year. You have to look at circumstances. And the Blue Jays had a very good team this year. They played very good from start to finish for the most part. They were better than the Yankees. They earned a division title. So they're not frauds. Even if the Yankees win in five, that doesn't change my
so
opinion at all. And they're injured now too. So even if the Yankees do win in five, the Blue Jays aren't even playing with a
yeah,
full
and
deck.
I'll say this quick because like it just sucks what the media is, and I get it. It's just it's a New York or whatever MLB whatever it is. The thing is like the Jays won the division for the first time in 10 years. That's a given. And they've won series after series.
Yeah.
And if you look, the only series they lost was Tampa 7-6, and they swept them to clinch first place. They Baltimore has yet to win a playoff game since
Yes.
2014. Even longer.
Now you talk about the team. Now you talk about the team that's frauds. The
There
Baltimore
you go.
Orioles are
They don't have
frauds.
pitching.
Now that
Yeah,
team is
they don't have
fraudulent.
pitching.
That is now that's frauds.
Yeah.
If you want to tell me the Orioles are frauds and take away what they did this year, even before that, fine. They are now. That's a fraudulent
Yeah.
team. Not the Blue Jays though.
They have the pitching, and
But
the
Orioles,
Jays
yeah,
got more
like
pitching
they're a
in their
mess.
system next year.
They're a
Like Ricky
mess.
Tiedeman's coming, Gage Stanifer's coming, Jake Bloss is coming.
Let's go,
Ricky,
Ricky season
Ricky's
finally.
rehabbing, and apparently, like I had Keegan Matheson on in one of my episodes, and he said every time
What did he say? Tell
every
me.
time he lifts weights, he looks like a beast. He looks like the Hulk. Like he's going to be. I'm excited for him next year, man. So
Okay, let me give everyone some context why I get excited about Ricky, even though he's a division rival technically. I have a relationship with Tiedemann a little bit. Like, I know his pitching coach. I've spoken to him in Somerset before, and yes, I'm wearing Somerset today. It's also fitting because Chase Dingler played against Somerset, so it's a really cool Somerset time right now. And Cam Schlittler started the year in Somerset. Somerset's kind of bopping right now. But you look at Tiedemann, like, this guy was a beast. He was supposed to be like a stud. He still might be. He's gone through a lot of injuries, had a lot of bad luck. I think his stuff is raw. When I saw him pitch, I felt like he was a major league pitcher. Probably needs a third pitch, but like that slide's devastating.
his
fastball
changeup is good
nasty.
too.
It's
He
really
has
hard
three.
to
He has
pick
three
up,
pitches.
too.
The changeup is good too. It's just
Yeah, no, like that's true. When I saw him, it was more of a two. I felt like, but he's probably developed more because I haven't seen him in a couple years. I think he would drop the change like occasionally, but like I think he's gonna be fine. I think he should be in your rotation next year. Hopefully, God willing, he doesn't get hurt.
yeah. He
again,
doesn't get
please.
hurt. That's the only
I
thing.
want to see him pitch in the bit. I want to see him pitch in the show. It's been long overdue.
Yeah.
He's like 25ish now too, because all this
24,
time
yeah,
he's
he's
burned. Well, the
24
injuries,
now, yeah.
unfortunately.
He was drafted 3 years ago, so it's 3-4 years.
So I think Ricky's a nice. I think he could be a solid 3, maybe potential for a 2 if he stays healthy. I don't know if he's quite an ace because all the injury issues, unfortunately. But he does have the potential for ace-like stuff. I will say that. And he's very nasty from the left side. Like left on left against him is not going to be
No,
fun for
absolutely.
anyone.
And I think with him is that they're not going to rush him. They're going to take time, and I think he can be back at the.
They shouldn't.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in spring training because he'll be ready by then, and I'm excited to see what he is. But right now, we got to focus on game 2, right?
Me
So
too.
it's a big game tomorrow for both sides, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. It's desperation for the Yankees. Blue Jays can afford the loss. Yankees really
Yeah.
can't. So give us your plugs really quick, and we're gonna get going.
All right. So my counts. So you can follow me on Sports AVE Twist, and you can follow Blue Jays BJ AVE Pod. That's my account, and then in Instagram, I think you follow me there too, right, Julian? It's Blue Jay. Yeah,
I have you on all that stuff.
So
yeah.
it's Instagram
I
is
do.
for Sports Avenue. It's Sports Avenue Twisted, and then for Blue Jays Avenue, it's Blue Jays Avenue. So for Instagram, so you can follow in any of those accounts.
Yes. So I follow you on all that. Obviously, I'm gonna share and tag you in like the Instagram
I appreciate
post
that.
I'm gonna do when
Appreciate
this is
that.
done. Also, are you on Facebook?
No,
or
not
I
yet.
don't
We
remember.
might go on Facebook, but those are all
It's
the
okay.
accounts.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
Don't worry
those are
about it.
things.
Don't worry about it.
No worries.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It was a
No, you're
curiosity
fine.
thing. So we're at 408 subs right now. We're trying to get to 500. That's the
Nice.
goal right now, and as we're going 100 at a time. I thank a few friends that recently added the channel. Anyone that likes Rocky or anyone could definitely support the channel because we work together on a lot of stuff, especially in times like this. We're gonna have some fun off-season
Yeah,
pods
for sure.
too. but
Yeah,
that's down the
definitely. We'll
line.
do some crossovers.
I'm planning. So here's my schedule, like so everyone knows. Tomorrow I'll be back. You might be back with
Yeah.
Rob, and I might get. I think I have a good Yankees guest tomorrow that you guys will like. It's a
Okay.
surprise. Like he's a big time. He's not an industry person, but he's very respected on Twitter. He does a lot of good
Nice.
work on Twitter. I've been trying to link up with him for a while, so I think tomorrow we'll finally do it, hopefully, and then we could go a 4-man. That'll be very fun. We'll do it right around the time the game ends again, and it's game 3 and game 4. I'm off the grid because I'll be covering the Tigers, so there's not going to be anything from me for game 3 or game 4. If there is a game 5, you will get something from me most likely. So that's where I'm standing right now. That's what we're looking at. Subscribe on my channel. It's Julian Guilarte. Instagram is Julian Guilarte 11. Twitter is Julian Guilarte 1. TikTok, search my name. Facebook, search my name, and you'll find everything you need.
That sounds good.
All right,
Thank
Rocky,
you.
thank you again. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be intense. We're going to be four-man, so get ready.
Gut wrenching, heart pounding, palpitable, series, man. This is going to go down the wire, man. Man, these games are so
I
intense.
think it's going five
Yeah, I
games as
think
well.
so.
I really do. I think it's going to be a five as well. And if there's a chance I could pull up to game five if it happens, by the way, I might go to Toronto. I'm only 4 hours away. So if there's a game five, I might do it. We'll see. Even if I don't get the credential, I might just
Yeah,
go
we'll
for
see
it.
what happens, man. But yeah, we could definitely do something after that too.
Also, if I go, would you be down
Yeah,
to
we might.
chill?
Yeah, we could figure something out for sure if there's a possibility. Yeah.
All right, bet. Yeah, I'll let you know. That's
Well,
a
that's
far
too far
cry right
away.
now,
Yeah,
but
because I'm not.
I'm
We
just
don't
putting
know
a
how the
feeler
series
out. We'll
goes. So it
see.
could go
Yeah, I
either way,
mean,
right? So
yeah, we'll see.